Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. Now, in the last few episodes, we have focused on finding your perfect customer. Well, let me ask you a real serious question. How do you feel about giving a refund to a customer that isn't a match for your product? Nobody likes that, right? Now's when you start to realize how serious it is about finding the perfect customer and your coaching or your product being a match for your customer. And I'll tell you this honestly, it seems like in the beginning when you're looking to sell anything and make money, just because that customer pulls out a credit card and says, "Here I am," that seems like a good enough match until you have a few customers that don't really fit the kind of person you're looking for, or maybe aren't as far in your journey as you need them to be. Then you start thinking, I need to kind of plan this differently so that the people that I'm working with are prepared to work with me the minute we start. And a lot of times what it really comes down to is this. As you build your online business, there's going to be a lot of people who are willing to pull out their credit card and they're willing to spend money with the greatest of intentions of what they're going to do. The difference is you're trying to teach them, you're trying to coach them, and they're not really ready to put the action in. So I don't want you to get to the point where you have to start giving refunds because your customers aren't satisfied. You know, as soon as somebody isn't satisfied, you think right away, there's a problem with my product or my course or my training. Well, guess what? It may not be you at all. It may just be the wrong customer. They're not at their point in the journey where they're ready for your coaching or they're ready to take your course. It wasn't a match for the advertising. This is stuff that I want you to look at. We need to become very clear on what kind of customer you want to deal with. And this is just something to make you think. That's everything I have for this episode of the Money Wheel. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.